All right, we made it. We're live. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to Footy Abroad, live
Hello.
from 4 of your favorite fan channels, YouTube channels. Swoop Luke, Saints TV, Pommy and Oz, Blue Abroad. Lads, welcome back. How we doing?
Good. It's been a good start to the week, just in general, just like life in general. I was very well rested. First time I've been well rested in, I reckon, a couple of months this week. This morning. Woke up, went to the gym in the morning, feeling good. Gold Coast on the weekend. I reckon I got 8 hours. I reckon just a perfect 8 hours of sleep, which never usually happens. So that's really, really good.
Love that. Jake, you're in a sweat. Your studio and your attire is looking very matched, and you've got new lighting. I think.
No.
No.
Nah, the same light. It might be the computer. I don't know. Yeah, I'm trying to. I didn't like it the last few weeks, so I thought I'd mess around and try and get it right. But yeah, I'm good. I'm not getting good sleep. I don't know why, because I'm going to bed pretty early and in a good mood. But the days are good. It's just at night I'm just wired. You know, I just feel like I want to work and do something, but turning off is a bit tricky at the moment. But pumped to be here. It should be a very fun show.
Not sure if Jake or Gary Vaynerchuk, but love it.
I have no idea who that is. I don't know.
Pommy, what's the story, mate?
What's the story, Morning Glory? How is everyone?
Yeah, we're good, mate. This is about you. How are you doing? What's happening in your world?
Deflection?
Oh, mate, not much, really. Been busy today. Been hustling away, doing some edits and cuts and things like that. So, yeah, nothing too entertaining. Been an agony aunt for a couple of hours today as well. So, yeah, just looking forward to a busy 5 hours of continual streaming tonight from now. So,
yes, what are you doing? You've got us, and then you've got the selection show.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? So I've pushed the boys back so I can be on here. I thought I can't leave you to the mercy of Swoop, can I? So, doing my bit, mate. Doing my bit.
Oh man, if we were talking at like midday today, I was like, just take a week off. You don't need to be like, just take a week off. Like you're burnt out, just take a week off. But we're here, so we may as well start with the man on top. Swoop, go on. How'd your team go?
Yeah, good. It's look, it's always good beating the arch rivals and beating them. Like I didn't think we'd win like that, like we did. So it was very nice to just sit down after halftime, chill out. Mum brought some coffee in a thermos, so smashing some of that. So getting out of the $6.50 prices at Industry Beans at the MCG, which is always good. But the pies were fantastic. Absolutely, just incredible, well-oiled machine. 8 wins in a row, and yeah, like I keep saying, it's just different gears. And I was surprised that we started as well as we did, because we knew that the Blues would come out in the first quarter at least and just try and get the jump on us. But fought them off, and well, I'm not going to relive the tale, but it's fantastic. It was also good to see Jamie Elliott hit 40 goals in a season for the very first time, which is unbelievable for him. Yeah. So his previous tally was 39 in 2023. So that's including finals. So he's on track. He's at 41 now. He's on track to be our first 50-goal player since Travis Cloke in 2015 or something crazy. Or whatever.
Correct me if I'm wrong. When did Jamie Elliott, my perception of Jamie Elliott, maybe not the last few years, but he always had the soft tissue injuries, right? Did that change?
Yeah. So he had 2 full seasons where he didn't play. It was 2018 and I want to say maybe like 2015 or 2016 where he just didn't play at all. Went to Germany. Remember when the thing was everyone going to Germany for hamstrings and stuff with that German doctor? So he went over there and fixed up his soft tissue injuries. And then barely missed a beat. Had some weird like nerve issue in his foot last year. where he just had like a black foot from like weird nerves, getting pinched and nearly retired. But now he's in All-Australian format 32, which is just mind-blowing, absolutely mind-blowing. Healing Hans. There you go. Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, yeah, Hans. Is this the guy that worked with like Dirk Nowitzki and maybe
and all the soccer teams and stuff? Yeah, yep. Darcy Moore went over as well for hamstring issues, and Jordan De Goey as well.
Okay, very good.
Back when the soccer allowed it. Yeah.
Yep. Jake, the Saints, they marched and they were gallant, and they had honourable performance on the weekend.
They did. Yeah, pretty good game in the end. 20 points to the Hawks. Not too dissimilar to the last 2 weeks before that against Fremantle and the Pies. So it's kind of weird. I feel like from when we started the season, we won 3 in a row. This is almost our best patch of the season in terms of like just consistent output per quarter in the way that we're playing, despite not getting the win. But I think that'll come hopefully this weekend. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, different approach. I feel like the mentality of a lot of Sainers is sort of shifting a little bit now. It's I don't know. We're not looking at I haven't looked at the ladder for a long time, which is very weird for me. Like I haven't done ladder predictors. I'm not looking at any of that shit. I'm just going to the footy and I'm honing in on a couple of blokes, Naz, Taru, this and that, and I'm just enjoying my time, which is actually really nice, and not getting too stressed up about where we're at and what's going on, because I think we're all pretty comfortable with what we're doing and where we're going, and especially because we've played 4 top 8 teams in the last 4 weeks, and we're playing Sydney, who are fighting for the top 8 coming up. So our last 5 weeks, we've not really been able to take it easy, which I kind of like. We're getting challenged every single week in different ways against different teams who all have a lot on the line, and we're not winning, but I think, yeah, you'd have to be the most pessimistic Saints fan if you didn't find some pretty, some positives out of the last couple of weeks. So I feel like a broken record. I'm pretty much saying the same shit as I did last week, to be honest.
No, that's fine. Has Wanganeen Miller become your best player yet? Are you ready to admit that?
Jesus Christ.
I feel like it's common knowledge. I don't think.
No, you've been saying you've been holding on to the Sinclair.
I mean, have I? Have I said Sinclair at all has been our best player?
Sinclair. Yeah.
Okay. I think Naz has definitely taken that mantle. If anything, Sinks has kind of backed off a little bit. His numbers have dropped, but Naz have kind of excelled. So maybe there's a correlation there. I'm not too sure, but he's still an important player, but Naz is the future. And all the talk of even Sam Mitchell saying what he said about they tried to play 3 or 4 blokes on him and couldn't stop him, and he was a nightmare for him, even on the bench. Can't remember the last time any opposition coach has had that sort, has said that sort of been that complimentary towards a St Kilda player, let alone a 22-year-old that's not even got going in his career just yet. So hopefully we get him signed, and we don't have to stress about it, because it's nice talking about Naz, but also it's like not because you're like, oh, but he's not signed yet, so kind of want to get that done first,
Fair enough. Who's worth more, Naz or De Koning?
Well, I think Naz is more, you want to retain the players that you develop and you've put time into to get them to this point. It's not like we drafted him. Like, we drafted him for his foot skills, but I suppose we didn't anticipate he would potentially be a top 5 player in the comp by 2026. So we've put a lot of time into him. You want to retain those players for the future, but you also want to, you want to identify talent elsewhere too. So to me, they're kind of separate things, but keeping Naz is pretty important, I would think.
Fair. Pommy, you and I can do this together.
Do we have to?
Just out of obligation. We won't take long.
Won't you? We'll see.
Oh, man, it's fucked. It's like the collapse has been so sudden. I don't know, maybe you guys saw the collapse happening quicker, but even by like the outside looking in, like, did you really think they'd be this bad this quickly before a season ended? Like, I don't know, like, it's a complete and utter collapse on the Carlton Football Club side.
Yeah, it isn't he good, is it? Let's be honest. Still got my sense of humour, though. So, I mean, that's the main thing, isn't it? I mean, what can you say? I mean, in every way you can measure a game to take. I mean, like Jake is the master of taking a positive out of a negative. So, full play to him. So, I'm trying to be Jake here and think, can I cling on to everything, anything? But like, we got beaten in the crowd. Their banter was better. They're singing the Saints song to team.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. I wanted to share. I wanted to share that so fucking bad, but out of respect for Terry, I was like, I'm gonna hold fire on that because I got sent that about 50 different people sent to me like that is incredible. Love it. I'm like, nah, I can't share it. Damn it. So I'll just enjoy it privately.
Do you know what? That's really nice, mate.
I didn't want to do it, man. I didn't want to do it. I knew you were copping it from everywhere else. I didn't want to do it. I thought I'd wait for tonight instead. So
yeah, that's fair.
Here we are.
Do it when I'm here in front of you. Fair enough.
Exactly. Yeah.
Just everywhere, really. Just getting beaten all ends up, really. So, yeah, it's tough at the minute, isn't it? I mean, one thing I will say is one thing that was really apparent is if you take away Collingwood are a better skill side, better intense side, a better structure side, just a better side. I think the one thing that was really apparent from start to finish was just the attitude and the respect shown to that funny little logo on the front of each other's shirts. And one team went in there and had a total respect and identity oozed from them, from every orifice and every pore in the Collingwood team. And 23 Blues just kind of turned up, walked around a little bit, and got songs sung at them. So another week, no doubt. This week we've had Cripps 3 weeks in a row. No, this will be the fourth week. He says we take full accountability and we will play our way through this. So looking forward to that one. But we did go a different tack this week. We re-signed 3 players, so that's always good. We've run out of players to spate the Royotic, but Brisbane this week just goes from bad to worse, doesn't it? To be honest, I mean, bit like walking in, innit? I use this analogy in my review. Supporting Carlton at the minute, the best way I could describe it to people, and I'm going to just open up a wound here, but it's a little bit like dating a girl, and all your mates like her, your family love her, everyone says she's the one, but you just don't feel it. There's something that you can't quite understand. And it's not like Bridget Jones's Diary. It's not like the movies. It's not like Wuthering Heights, but you just go with it. And then one day you come home from work and all the lights are off and you find her in bed with one of her work colleagues. And your heart's not broken because she's in bed with someone else. Your heart's broken because you've lied to yourself for so long that you just went with it and you ignored all the signs. So now you're sat there in your room, lukewarm Stella Artois. You're watching reruns of Alfie and you're just crying to Mick Jagger singing Old Habits Die Hard. It's where I am.
It's really, really well articulated.
Jesus Christ. That was insane. That was, I felt that. I absolutely
My expectations were low, but holy fuck. It's just, honestly, it's the fire it's the fire and it's the worst part of being a footy fan and a Carlton fan and evidently a Carlton content creator, and you're in for it for the next 7 weeks and you just got to wear it, and that's a test of your character and resilience and supporter that's within you, and you just know it's going to be shit and you just got to get through it. It is what it is, but mate, take nothing away from the Pies. They were excellent. So there's a few things here. Swoop, you got a little $5 dono here from Ben Zero.
Ben.
He says,
always
on your
supporting
Swoop
the channel.
crew, how good was Friday? Condolences to our Blues mates. Maybe I'm ill, but I feel a tiny bit of sympathy for you. Not pity, I promise. Thanks, Ben. Pommy, Borat has gifted you 10 memberships.
You
My wife. My wife.
You're never going to get this.
Yeah, one day he get this.
A bit like a bit like the story about my ex there, open up in all the rooms here. But there we are. Thank you very much, Borat, mate.
Yeah,
good man.
And then I think Teresa, this might be on Swoop's channel potentially. Someone play the video. We can all enjoy it together like one big happy family. You know what? Yeah, one of you can send me the video and I can play it a little later. I don't know. Fucking fuck off. All right. Good stuff, everyone. All right, guys. Well, have a great night. It's been really good hanging out.
This has been fun.
Oh, man. Yeah. Jake, you want to kick us off, mate?
Yeah, I'm happy to. This is in relation to Alex Tyree, but I think it got me thinking about your clubs, and I don't know like the history of your clubs in terms of players, but I'm curious to know if there's some sort of connection here. But I kind of thought that every club, I guess, over the journey has symbolic players that I suppose embody the spirit of the team, right? So for St Kilda, you go, it's almost like you've always got to have them in your team at some point. So it's Trevor Barker, high-flying blonde. Then you go to Nick Rewalt, high-flying blonde. Now you've got Alex Tyree, high-flying blonde. It's like they're meant to play for St Kilda, and when they do, that's when you can believe. It's almost like a sign, right? So I'm curious with your players, who are those players, the ones that define the identity of your team across generations? So it's not just, oh, he's a gun mid, he's the guy. It's like, what are the traits? For us, it is a high-flying blonde. It has to be. St Kilda has to have one, right? Oh. So who is the equivalent for Carlton and Collingwood? Cool. And any other club? Put it in the comments too with your other clubs, with the viewers. I'm very curious to know.
Pom, is our answer just quite simply Jack Silvani?
Yeah, it probably is, isn't it? I mean, instantly, I'm drawn to like cult figure heroes that you don't know why you like them, but they are kind of heavily revered. So I was thinking of Dennis Armfield just instantly, because we froth someone that puts their ass on the line, don't we? Like Dennis Armfield was that guy. Maybe not as talented as the rest, but that guy, would put a shift in. Wasn't he, Dennis the Menace? Like you could set your clock. We need a Dennis the Menace now. Wouldn't it be nice, Terry? Rating. We got Dennis just running around trying to get someone. Yeah. I think Carlton, ironically, for a club that swings between blue collar and white collar very ambiguously, I do think we really do froth that blue collar player, don't we? Like a guy that just works his push off. Ollie Hollands at the minute is getting that love because while the other guys do their best, I've just stepped on a minefield impression with their kicking technique. Ollie Holland's just running up and down all day kind of endears him to us. So, yeah, I'd say we like a battler, don't we?
Yeah, they have to be... They don't necessarily have to be a superstar, but they definitely have to have that work ethic. I also think the whole Silvani thing ties into the original culture of what the club was built on, the migrant workers that came in and the Italians, that link as well. So it just sort of fits. So, yeah, Jack Silvani would be our one. Luke?
Good one. I think part of me wants to say, like, if we're talking about families, obviously the Dacos family has passed down from generations. But if we're talking about types of players, it's that the player that gives you that side-by-side mentality. We saw it come back on the weekend in Braden Maynard. Before Maynard, it was like a Taylor Adams or a Heath Shaw, and Nathan Buckley, someone that's going to fly the flag for your team. And I think, and I say Nathan Buckley, he comes straight to mind because of the Camper Rally incident back in 2003 or 2004, whenever it was, where, and because me and Brody talked about it, where he goes up to Brody Hall and he says, "Who did it? I'll get him." Like that sort of player that will, put his body on the line. And I think it was Ben that said it in the comments. I never saw him play, but like Darren Mullane was that type of player as well, who would, if he had a broken back during the game, or Darren Mullane famously had a broken thumb and played off in the final series in the grand final, they'll do anything to stay on the ground and pull the team by the scruff of their neck. And yeah, no one epitomizes that more than Maynard. Taylor Adams did it a lot, but it's going to that next generation now. And if I had to pick maybe one player that would sort of do that going forward, because the Viking is so young, I kind of want to say it'd probably be someone like Bo McCreary for us, like this generation leading us on would be a Bo McCreary type.
Yeah, because I think Collingwood, and I'm like, I think Teresa said it too, small forward, and I'm always like, there's Dacos, obviously, and then there's Didac, and then there's Leon, and now you've got a couple of pretty good ones as well. So I always feel like there's always a pretty dangerous small forward in a Collingwood forward line, no matter how you're going.
That's true as well. Yeah, that's really true as well. Yeah.
Okay, you've kind of made me realize. I think
so it's connecting.
Forward,
full forward.
Forward has always been Carlton's.
True.
So
yep.
Erno, you got Favola, you got Sticks, Jezelenko. I think a full forward, Lance Whitnell.
Yeah, Lance. Represent.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So just something that continues through, that your club has to have them. It's a bit of hope, It's just a glimmer of hope. When you're down as well, those players stand out even more than when you're up.
And just in regards to that, Jake, do you think, I know he's only played whatever it is, 2 games. Is he now the face of St Kilda? Because I know he's so young and he's just starting, but this kid looks like, well, they're already comparing him to like what that aura that Nick Rewalt has, and you just said it, the blonde high flyer. I think he can just, get into Conning or not, this kid can just lead the team. He is doing I know you got Nasir as well, but this kid is just something different.
Yeah. Well, that was kind of the struggle, because I had the other question I mentioned off air, that I had 2 questions, and the other one was what equates to a bums on seats player. And I was like, that's what he is. It's like he's only played 3 games, but I'm already, and I know I'm not the only one as a Saints fan, that is more excited, already looking forward to Sunday, not thinking we're going to win, but to see him fucking take a specky or do something outrageous. I'm pumped for it. I'm absolutely
pumped on that quickly. As in you knew.
I'm more. It's just, but that's the thing. It's almost like my question was what equates to a player like that, but it's almost like you don't know. I wish there was another word for aura, but it's just something there. Yeah. Like anytime that player goes near the ball, you're excited. And when he took that mark, I could see him running, and I'm like, he's gonna clunk this. Like, he's gonna fly for that.
Kick the goal that would have just.
I know. Yeah, absolutely. But like that feeling of the goosebumps moment in the crowd was like, I haven't seen that since 2009. Like I haven't seen that type of moment at that ground, and that's what got me thinking about these questions. But I think he is I don't know if he's our most marketable player. Like Naz would be if he signs, but with the blonde hair and everything. Oh, that too.
And the Viking.
And then it would be, it's good to have a couple though. First it was King, Filippo, Naz, Taru. Like it's good to have not just one that we put all eggs into that basket. There's a few in there that you can be excited about.
He's not going to be a player that let's say whatever happens to King happens to King. And you're not going to sort of be like, let's put him in the forward line now and make him become this forward. I really like him, what he's doing in that back line. Do you think you sort of need him to switch up or just keep him in that?
I think late in the game he was forward against the Hawks and maybe there was a second against the Pies. I can't remember, but it depends on what we do in the off season. Like if Dukes leaves or retires, and then it depends if we get Lee Lear because he could fill that role, puts Taru forward even. Caminiti's pretty much a lock with Wilkie, I think, in the back line. You could do it, but I wouldn't rush it. I think the way he's reading the ball is pretty handy down back at the moment.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
That's great. Great question. I'll go next. So I was inspired because I was telling Luke this last week. So a Collingwood supporter named George emailed me last week, and I've actually received a lot of Collingwood messages from fans.
Really? That is weird. That's so surprising.
Like significant amount of messages and emails, like long-winded emails.
That's awesome.
Basically saying, like I'm a Collingwood fan. This particular gentleman, George, 64-year-old Collingwood fan. He's like, I was passed on the fan cams one day for entertainment purposes. He's like, I started watching it, and he's like, I've been hooked ever since. He's like, as much as I love that the Blues are, I'm paraphrasing, but as much as I love that the Blues are stinking it up, like, love your passion. As a footy fan, what you do is very important for for your club, and all the best with it. So kind of got me thinking, what is the strangest, weirdest, most surprising DM email exchange with whoever in the world that you've ever had?
Jeez,
like one that just sends you like, wow, really, is this happening?
That is a tough. I
wish I had time
memory bank. Yeah,
and I've got one as well lined up, but like,
go. Maybe go again. I'm trying to. I know. I'm sure there's 1,000.
I'll let you guys think about it. So my one is Kevin Durant, right? Yeah. So yeah, and I'll show it to you. So on the 11th of September, 2019, I had read an article. I couldn't find the article, but I read an article featuring him around searching for meaning, and that being without this, basically the theme of the article was without the search, there is nothing left. And I sent him a DM. I was so inspired by this article that I sent him a DM on his Instagram, not thinking he would reply saying, just finished reading your piece. Thank you, Kevin. Keep searching. Without the search, there is nothing left. And he replied 2 days later. I remember waking up in the morning and I'm like, easy money sniper. I'm like, hang on a minute. What the fuck? Like, that's Kevin Durant. So like, I don't know if you can see.
Oh my God.
Like we had like a little exchange, and I was basically telling him about this book, which was actually Mick Malthouse's book, called "The Ox is Slow, but the Earth is Patient." And I told him, and he wrote back saying, "Man, that's a powerful title." Whatever. The conversation ended there.
Oh
but like,
my God!
It was just a batshit moment.
Nuts.
So, yeah.
Nah, I mean, I can't. Swoop can go Pom, but I can't think of a single one that would jump out to me.
It could be like footy content related. I don't know, like whatever.
I remember
Adelaide Crows. So 3 years ago, when I first started doing draft content, they sent me an email. Got to speak to their data analyst and one of their list management team. So forever grateful with that. We just a bit back and forth, and we exchanged algorithms and what I look for, and they helped me quite a lot with the rating show. If you watch the rating show, the back and forth with their data analyst actually bred the rating show of their advice on where to look and how to push it a little bit further and ideas. So yeah, it always sticks with me because Adelaide and Gold Coast were the first two clubs to reach out, and since then, obviously the Pies, the only club that is represented on this panel that doesn't know that I exist, is Carlton Football Club, which is nice.
Has Carlton ever reached out to say thanks?
Absolutely fucking not. No. Oh. Players have. In fairness, the players have. I'll give them that. Shout out to them. But Adelaide. I do believe Collingwood, Gold Coast, and Adelaide follow me, and Carlton still does. You know what? Fuck
actually,
you.
That's very sad. That's poor, and I think that just speaks to a lot.
Volumes, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah. It actually says it's a little thing, but it's not. It says a lot.
Yeah, I think
I'm trying to scroll. I'm like,
I was trying to look.
I don't know.
I thought Instagram gives you an option to check your DMs for.
That's what I'm trying to look for as well. There's
I guess I remember. I got a couple. The first one I can think of was back in, it might have been 2021 when Collingwood were going through the presidency battle. I remember getting a DM from Paul Lecuria in the middle of the night, and he's like, "Hey, love what you're doing. I'd love to have a chat with you. Let's make it work." And I was just like, "Oh, this can't be the real Paul Lecuria or whatever." So I remember looking into the account and stuff, and lo and behold, it was the real Licker. And I gave him my number, blah blah blah. Anyway, didn't hear back from him. Maybe it was a week later, I get a call in the middle of my old job as a graphic designer, and it was probably about 1 o'clock. He's like, "Hey, I'm at this winery in Port Melbourne with Jono, Peter Dacos, a couple of the other guys. I want you to come down." I was like, "What the?" And this was back when Swoop wasn't that big at all. It's 2020. Oh, it was probably pre-COVID, whatever it was. I'm like, okay, fucking let's go then. Let's do it. So I told work, I'm like, I got to go. I got this opportunity. I got to go. So I drove down to Port Melbourne,
Liquor wants to have fucking tequilas.
In this wine, like, get this right. We're in this winery. There's no one else in there besides Benny Johnson, Paul Curia, Peter Dacos, one of the big sponsors, one of the other guys that was on the board, and they got all this food and all this wine. And I had Paul Curia sitting next to me. First time I've met him and any of these people. Paul Curia is serving me like steak and pouring my wine and stuff, just to talk about what like the Collingwood fans are thinking about the, what's going on field and stuff, because there was that board battle and stuff like that, and all that bullshit that was sort of going on. So that was like insane, and that's how I got onto Paul Curia, going to his house and chatting with him on the live, which was absolutely just nuts, like just absolutely fucking nuts. And then I guess the second time, another time, just fan wise, is just sort of getting recognized in the most random like places. Like I got recognized at like Aldi. I'm just trying to buy my bananas and someone wants a photo with me at the Aldi checkout, or like, like even like when I'm even just at the footy, when I'm just like, going to the toilet, coming out, going to wash my hands, and people are just like, or waiting in line for the cubicle, and everyone's like, oh, can I just grab? I was like, dude, like, let me go take a piss first. Like, I love it, but like, give me a second. But it's all love. It's so good. But yeah, that liqueur thing, you just remind me of it, was just out of this world.
Love that. Jake?
Nah, I can't. I honestly can't remember like one that I was shocked by, not in that way. I mean, the only one I can think of that wasn't a DM was when Eric Banner said that he loves watching my reviews in the car, and that was it.
I mean,
that's so sick. That's so sick.
That wasn't a DM. I'm probably thinking too much about the DM aspect of it.
No,
that was the only one.
Any like,
I
don't know, like message, email exchange, someone coming up to you in a random ass spot, like one that's made you think like, what's happening?
That was probably the only one where I was genuinely like, shit, okay, I didn't expect that. Like, when he said it, because I was curious if he had known what I did and stuff before we spoke to him, and I didn't get a chance to ask him, but then he brought it up off the cuff during the pod, and that's when I was like, oh shit, okay. He's like, love watching you. Sorry, you got to deal with our shit in the car. I watch you every week. I'm like, oh, okay.
That's so
he
good.
watches you in the car? That's amazing.
Yeah, so that was, I guess that's probably the main one.
Yeah, that's the Hulk himself. That's huge.
Nice to know me and the Incredible Hulk have something in common.
Apart from the devilish looks, of course.
Oh, thank you, mate. I feel bad now that I even refer to that as banter now. I retract my banter statement and I'll pull it back. But no, cheers. No, good times.
Yeah. All right. Swoop?
Yeah, I can go next. Yeah, sweet.
Yeah.
So this week it's come out from Sam McClure that the AFL want to do a fucking NBA style or FA Cup style in-season tournament when Tasmania comes out, right? Comes into the competition. And, whatever you sort of think of that, and I guess we can get into that if you guys want to. That's not the crux of my question. But the AFL's always trying to innovate, AFLX and all this stuff. I want to know two things. The best thing that the AFL has done in the last, 15, 20 years, let's say, if it's could be a rule change, could be whatever it may be, right? And the worst thing that the AFL's done. I can start to give you guys a time to think about it. I think one of the best things that the AFL's done, albeit not administered the right way, but I think free agency has been incredible. I really like what free agency's done. I think that came in at about 2012 or somewhere around there. I still think there's lots of tune-ups to go when you're giving good players away and you're getting really high picks or really shit picks, with the bans and stuff like that. But I think that's incredible, like the delisted free agency and stuff like that. So I love that. I think the worst thing that the AFL has done recently, though, is it's a two-parter. I guess I do love, they came in with a concussion sub. I thought that was really good. But I think that the worst thing that they've done is not listen to coaches that want 5 on the bench and no sub and have kept the sub in. I think that's a really, really poor decision, and it is really hindering the development of players, especially young players.
My worst one, before anyone potentially beats me to it, is I might be the odd one out here, but I cannot stand the taking the legs free kicks. I can't stand that. When the player gets in for the ball first and wins the ball and he just touches the guy's leg and they give the free kick to the guy that didn't get to the ball first. Nah, that's everything that isn't football. You've got the ball there. Yeah, I hate that one because they pay that. They pay it rarely, but when it happens, I'm like, geez, they're penalising the guy that was quicker, reacted faster, tougher, everything that you're supposed to do in football. But in this instance, you might hurt his leg. You might do this. It's like, he's not worried about that. He's not supposed to go for the ball and worry about some bloke's legs. Like, that's the one that I can't stand. When we give that away, that's the one that just pisses me off the most. What's a good thing, though? I mean, I kind of liked the third man up, but I also like just seeing two rucks go for it, So I don't mind that, where it's just letting the two rucks go, but they shouldn't nominate. So it's kind of a two-pronged one. I like when the rucks just have their moment to fight it out, but I don't like that they have to put their hand up. I feel like it's pretty obvious who the ruck is. And free agency. I like free agency, obviously. I will like it at some point.
So with the tournament, do I fundamentally, I don't know that nuts and bolts of it. Forget the tournament for a minute. I actually think it's important that the AFL has this mindset of innovation because you either innovate or you die. Now, of course, fix the fucking goal line technology, fix the umpiring, fix the things that need to be fixed before we move on to the next big shiny object money-making scheme. Like, totally agree. But I do think it's equally important for the AFL and any club and any league in the world to continue to try things. So like AFLX, like sure, like it, didn't like it, you got to try it. Like I think as important as it is to try something, you need to also be aware that, okay, if it's not working, scrap it. So I think AFLX is an example of that. So yeah, I would actually encourage more innovative thoughts for the game, so there's that. The thing that bugs me the most about the game, the way it's played at the moment, I don't know if I said this on this show or another show, but they've just basically taken what used to be deliberate out of bounds, they've rebranded it insufficient intent, and now they adjudicate it as last touch. Just either call it deliberate or introduce this new rule called last touch and like make it really clear. Because right now it's called insufficient intent, but it's not. It's just last touch. Yeah. That's the way it's being adjudicated. So you either go down that path or you go back to deliberate. Because I'm seeing players now who are running out of bounds, and if they were to take the ball out of bounds, they'd be pinned for insufficient intent. And so they try and like tap the ball in and it goes out, and that's insufficient intent. And it's like, what do you want the guy to do? It's either way you're giving away free. So that's the one I think they've really, there's many things that have been butchered, and I think that's the one that is just, it's an easy fix with a rebrand or just a decision one way or the other. Which way do you want to go? So, yeah.
I agree with that.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think the best thing they ever did, I really like the 666. I think the 666 has given a lease of life to them centre bounces. They were getting a little bit clustered. I think you've started to see that. That's the beautiful thing about our game. How many times do you guys do it, Collingwood? You're getting beat up, 2 goals go against you, and then bang out the corridor, Nick Dacos flies through, bang, there's a goal, and hell breaks loose. The worst thing, this is quite a complex thing, and it kind of ties into the play-in tournament. I feel that AFL's desperate need to be the moral compass of sport in this country sometimes eradicates what makes this game incredibly beautiful. And as a foreigner, I don't think there's anything more Australian than football culture. And it makes me incredibly proud to have a wife and kids who are Australian. And I feel like at times they stray away from what makes AFL great and what ergo makes Australia great. That AFL, I think, by definition, is inclusion. I think it is everything that's great. about this fantastic country. And I do feel that because they try and put themselves as the moral compass of everything, they slowly start to lose the identity and lose the wonderful things that makes AFL so unique in such a smorgasbord of sport. So when you're looking at America is probably the worst people for AFL to copy, because NBA, NFL, NBA, they're almost the same fucking sport. Like when you watch it, all the nuances are the same. It's just we play it with a different shape of ball and the pitch turns into a court. And that's what worries me at times with the AFL. I feel like they're trying to think so much bigger than they are, but they have the greatest game God ever gave to the sport. So keep it where it is. It doesn't need a lot of changing. It's already fucking brilliant. So I think sometimes you've already got something unique. You're not competing with anything else. It's on its own. So sometimes keep it that way. So that would be my advice to the AFL. You've got something beautiful. Look after it.
Do you think because it's heavily funded by the government that's why we see the infiltration of these sorts of things? So, I mean, for example, COVID happened. Ultimately, the reason why the AFL was able to stay, alive was because, and playing was because it was government funded and it was a government initiative, and they almost used the AFL as a means to promote the fact, wear your masks, etc., etc. So do you think because of the government funding, that is a reason why we see that moral compass part come out?
Yeah, shit, I didn't even put two and two together. That's a good point. That's a really good point. It probably is. It probably does have a little bit to it, right? They're not going to go against the government's sort of advice or what they're sort of talking about. They're not going to not wear their masks and stuff like that, like for COVID, for example. I think that definitely plays a role in it, of course. How much of it is funded by the government, Terry? Probably heaps, right?
Oh, that part I'm not sure. I know that with the betting stuff, like the AFL takes 10% of every bet put on Sportsbet or TAB, one of them. So like there's that as well. That's a bit different to the conversation, the point that Pommy made. But yeah, I don't know when it happened, Pom. I don't know when it happened, but at some point the AFL definitely started introducing the ability for it to be used as a what's it called, a board where you could stick your agenda on it if you paid.
Stick your agenda on it if you pay. Agenda on it if you pay. I think this is we're going to go down the realms that we probably don't want to, but I do think that when you start to open it up to a political, social agenda, you also then negate your ability to be criticised as well. Because when you become the moral compass or you put yourself on a moral pedestal, you always have, if you complain about what I'm doing, you don't like human beings. You don't like society. So it's a very clever tool. Governments use it. Sports use it. And for me, if the AFL would listen to me, I'd be like, the wonderful thing about AFL is it's already unique. There is no game like this on the planet. The only other place we've got it is another little island that no one really interferes with in Ireland, Gaelic football. And the beautiful thing about AFL and Gaelic football is no one touches it. It is its own brand. It's unique. So I think that's what's great about the game. And I don't like when I hear Americanization and Europe does this, and fuck Europe. I'm European. I'm a POM. Fuck England. Fuck America. This is Australia. Let it be done Australia's way. And it's a great game. And I hope we don't go down that avenue, because it's a slippery path. It's a slippery path before playing tournaments. We got a fucking game in Texas.
They're just gimmicks.
Well, they're just obsessed. They're obsessed with making sure that the season stays interesting, even when the bottom 8 is not set and the top 8 is set. It is. They're like, what if Carlton was a chance now and maybe they could play Brisbane or someone to get into the finals? And this tournament about like, how much was the prize money? 5 mil or something? It was something stupid.
5 million.
Yeah, it was 5 million. Yeah,
for the winner. Well, for the winner.
I mean,
which is more. But imagine. But I'm assuming like whoever's top gets into this tournament anyway, right? It's not just the bottom 8.
No, it's
No, is it
everyone.
just-
It's
Yeah,
everyone.
so imagine Brisbane win those tournaments 3 or 4 years in a row plus the flag, like, and the amount of money they make. That's like a Man City type situation in the Premier League where they're just so much more richer and powerful, and they can afford better players. And then it's like the what's the league that they were going to start? Not the Champions League, the
the Super Cup or whatever it
the
was called.
Super Cup stuff. That's what I mean. The big teams will just keep winning it, and that makes it even harder for the Norths and West Coast to get up off the ground and get going again. I just think it's I don't understand how it benefits really anyone other than a couple of teams if they just keep winning it.
Yeah, fair. Well, yeah, just one last point on that. Australia, I mean, Pommy, this is the reality though. Like Australia, by virtue of what it is a follower. It's very rarely a leader in the world.
Used to be.
It did used to be. It did used to be.
It did used to be. And I think sometimes it's very important to remember where you come from and remember what you're protecting.
Yep. Yeah. No, it's a good one.
100%.
Great question. Yeah. Great theme.
Hey, look at that. Hey, you've got a fucking guy with a Pommy accent fucking pepping you all up there.
Not bad for a Pom.
Hey, I mean, just call me fucking Skippy the Bush Kangaroo, huh?
Pomodile Dundee.
Hey,
Jeez.
I mean, there it is.
All right.
Struggle town now.
Yeah. All right. You're up. Let's go. What do we got?
Let's diddly do it. Welcome to this week's episode. This week's episode is Who's Better Now Than They Were. Try saying that drunk. It's hard saying it.
Then they what?
Who's better now than they were?
Okay.
So what we're looking at is AFL's ratings. We're looking at which player in the last 24 games prior to the 24 games. So basically a year, but we've condensed it into 24 games is a calendar year. So which player of each side by its AFL ratings, the official way that we rate players, which player is the most improved this year to last, effectively? That's what we're looking at. So we're seeing who has increased.
I love, you know what I love? You really dumbed it down for us so we can understand this week.
Yeah.
Like we were operating on a totally different level last week, and it was really clear. Like you did specialist maths, and it showed that we all did general.
I dropped math in year 9, so I was buffed.
Yeah.
I was buffed last week.
Yeah, so we've got all 18 teams, as you will see on your screen. You've got them, you've got them, you've got them. So I'll start with you, Swoop. Do you want to have a wild stab in the old dart?
Well, the one player that comes to mind for the Pies straight up is Ned Long. Really? Most improved? What's the criteria for most improved, though?
Okay, so basically, just imagine we've taken last year's player ratings and we've taken this year's player ratings, and we've seen what the difference is between now and then, plus, minus. We're looking for the biggest plus.
Man, and it's not Ned Long. Okay. Oh, am I going to go again?
No.
Yeah.
I'll throw up.
Can I?
Oh,
yep.
This, you know what? I'm going to go for this. If this is right, I'm going to be annoyed. But is the Collingwood one Tim Membry?
Oh no, but you are thinking the REIT areas, mate. You are the right areas, good areas. Bowling, Jake. Yeah.
Oh,
question.
Okay.
Question. So is it from round 17, 2024 to round 17, 2025, that 12-month period?
No, so what we've done is we've done it last 24 to last 24. So imagine a year. So a year from now, 24 games.
Back
in that
another.
Because that's a year. Because obviously it's harsh to do any other way. So just basically your mindset, think this year, last year, last year. That was their player rating last year. This is what it is this year.
Yep.
I want to say George Hewitt, but I think it's too obvious. But I'll just roll with it anyway.
Carlton,
Yeah.
It'll shock you who it is.
It'll shock me who it is.
Yeah, but it is obvious. But the way we're feeling now, you'd probably punch me if I told you it was him.
Is
De Koning?
Yes, well done, Terry.
Yeah,
so
boy. Yeah, boy. Actually,
Thomas De Koning this year has
that's what we like to see.
By +4. All in all, from this time last year, rising up the rankings.
Is Collingwood's? There could just be so many players. Because I know Steele Sidebottom's having a better year now.
So many players.
Than last year.
Yeah, we get it. You're fucking good. Oh,
it could almost be the entire list.
Teammate.
And honestly, it honestly could be.
It's actually it's McRae, isn't it? It's the coach.
It's Rowan Steele from his Casey Demons debut. Is it Jamie Elliott?
Nope.
Fuck me.
Yeah.
I'll
give you a clue, and it doesn't. This won't help you out with the other 17, but it will help you out with some of them. AFL ratings, one big flaw is it absolutely sucks off someone who goes in the ruck.
Yeah, can I go Fremantle? Is it Luke Jackson?
Luke Jackson. Yeah.
No, it's not.
Oh, so Collingwood's is Darcy Cameron then.
Yes, well done, sweet.
He's the Rucks.
Darcy Cameron absolutely flying up there with +2.5. Collingwood, though, I hate to say it, do have 18 players that are actually currently on course to increase.
Could have been anyone.
So he's right. I hate to back him up. Fucking hate to back him up.
Okay.
Adelaide's one is really obvious.
Jordan Dawson?
No.
Think.
Yeah, well done. So you're good at this.
No,
really good at this, you ask, Squeak. I tell you what, he's really
seems like
good.
What's the kid's name? He plays forward for the Lions, but I don't know if it's too soon. What's his name? The kid, Logan Morris.
No, think of a Scottish bag.
A Scottish bag? A kilt.
A chi.
No,
I don't know. What's a Scottish bag?
Scottish bag.
That's the clue. Scottish.
I was gonna Bailey. I don't know.
Your clue is a Scottish bag.
A sporran.
No, just think Scottish bag.
A Scottish bag.
They're saying it in the chat. Is it McLuggage?
Yeah, well done.
That's the chat. That's the chat saying that.
Jeez, he's gone up. That's unreal because he's already a gun.
Right,
he's huge.
How come chat get me and you guys spend more time with me?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm questioning my intelligence now.
Essendon, I've watched a couple of Essendon games this season. I want to say, and I know they haven't had bad run with injuries, but one guy's been consistent. Nick Martin.
No, but you are thinking right areas. It's an obscure one. You clue
is it Sam Durham?
One. Yeah, Terry.
Oh, good one.
Yeah, I was going to say Jade Gresham, but Durham does seem more fitting.
Okay, well, Fremantle's one. Your clue for this one, right, is he's probably the only midfielder in there who has increased his attacking output and probably is top 5 in the league, if we are honest, but we just don't admit it.
Brayshaw,
well done.
Oh.
A staggering 5.6 better.
Jeez, on that, there's three players on that page that we put offers to. So we're offering money to the right people when you look at it.
Page 2, Geelong.
Bailey Smith.
Well done, Terry. Yeah, I was going to say it's his mate, Max Holmes, staggering 4.1 increase.
Is the Suns Ben Long?
Oh, I was going to say Noah Anderson.
Oh,
well done. I swear we'll make a maths nerd out of him.
Not that obscure, these ones.
Some of them are. This one, your clue for this one is 2 pundits in the last 4 weeks said he's the best player in the league.
Finn Callahan?
No.
What? Best player in the league?
I believe it was John Ralph who said that this guy.
Oh, it was that.
Cadman?
random player.
Lockie Ash?
No, it was.
Yes,
It was
yes.
Lockie Ash.
Yeah.
John Ralph said that if Nick Dacos is the best player in the league, Lachlan Ash has to be in the conversation.
Okay.
Just proving that if you want drugs, kids, become a journalist. Evidently, they hand you them out before you write an article. Hawthorn is a tough one, right? Hawthorn is a tough one. But I'll give you a clue. This guy used to be considered the best winger in the league.
Amon.
D'Ambrosio.
Yes.
Which one?
Carl
Which
Amon.
one? Oh.
Hey, another player we tried to get.
Yeah, Carl Amon, a resurgence and a role change, seen him fly up. That's pretty impressive. Once you're over 25, to get increases is hard yak. And Melbourne...
Surely that is Cozzy.
It is, look...
Surely.
They obviously did his contract based on his output.
North, 6.1.
Paul Curtis?
No.
Oh, not Paul Curtis.
Hasn't
What's
been
his name?
talked about, but from a
The lefty, the backman. Great kick.
No.
Not him.
From a statistical point of view, he has actually got better than last year, but he's not getting any credit for it.
Cherry?
Yeah.
Oh.
True.
Like I told you, remember, if you are a ruckman and you are consistent...
Oh, it is Cherry. Okay.
It does make love to you a little bit. So these ones
My
now
Maltese
are the
king.
ones, and we have statistically the most improved player.
Is the doggies one Ed Richards?
Yes, the most improved player by chance starter in a year.
Fantastic.
This year,
Such a player.
Edward Richards. This is kind of the... I've actually looked at this sheet, and the more Jake's going to hate it, because it literally is everyone Saints as targeted. It's like we've got saucy shopping lists. So
I mean, I'm not going to hate it. It's a good thing. We're targeting the right people.
Who do you think Ports is based on that?
Bergman.
Yeah.
It is. This is obviously how Sauce buys players. He just has a look.
Richmond must be Dusty.
This is a tough one.
You'd love Dusty right now.
This was someone that I was in love with in the draft and probably has had his best career year for Richmond. Doesn't get enough love, but
in the draft. Wait,
I reckon you're talking about Hopper,
Ralph Smith. Oh wait, Ralph Smith.
So think back to the draft, Terry. Tasmanian medium high forward. I was hot on him.
You were hot on, not
and he's
Elga.
coming.
What's his name? Jonty? No.
So I think we'll be going back 2-3 years into the draft. It wasn't recent. It was 2023.
2023. Richmond.
Oh, his last name starts with M, right?
No, starts with a C.
Campbell.
Yes.
Oh, Seth Campbell.
I was thinking, who was I thinking of?
Boys. Your Saints one should be super easy. If there was such thing as Sheasel Ball, that you would have to say that this guy also gets his own version of it.
Naz.
Yes, Nas. And that's the joke, by the way. He is an incredible footballer. But there you are. He's a +4. Incredible output. This one is a surprise. Everyone has him in the top 10. No one knows why. But he has been brilliant this year, and no one's given him credit for it.
I don't know. Look, I'm just going to have a guess. It's probably a midfielder. But I think Brodie Grundy's been really good for the Swans this year.
He has. However, he hasn't been given the sex from the champ starter ratings because his ruck output is almost identical to what it was. The complaints were he wasn't getting 40 touches, which he has got. But this guy here is that guy that is in everyone's top 10 players in the league, and you never understand why. But he is going really well this year, and he probably hasn't got the love this year.
Heaney?
Yes. I think Heaney has been holding the ship together when it was going downhill. And this one's probably the toughest. But
is it Baker?
Nope.
Ooh, okay.
It's probably their last stalwart left.
Is it Jamie?
Oh.
Not Jamie Cripps. Duggan?
It's not,
Yeah, Doug. It's got it.
Not Duggan.
What about, is it Cole?
It's his mate.
Is it Cole?
Duggan's mate.
It sounds like it's a brand of organic yogurt. That's
Chinbies.
No.
Organic.
Brody Hoff.
He's an old guy.
Yeah.
So I think old guy. What old
guy.
guy have they got left that's still playing?
Cripps.
Who else is there?
Baby, come back.
Oh, West Coast.
Not Tim Kelly.
Not Kelly. Think 3-letter name.
3-letter.
Yo.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh,
Jeez, I haven't heard anything.
I thought he
about
was.
him this year.
I thought he was.
Yeah, I didn't
injured
even know
this
he
whole
was
time.
playing. To be honest.
Yeah.
So all their players, interesting little fact, have all stagnated. But Yo, when he has played in that last 24 catchment, has improved from his previous 24 catchment. So because of the retention rule, he is their best player.
Very
Well, there you
good.
go.
A little bit of a trick there.
That Richards one is insane. 7.4.
Incredible.
Do you have the before and after, Pom?
Do I have the before and after? Wait, give me a sec. I can bring that up on my back end. Evidently, I can't. I did it a minute ago. It was on my screen. I was pissing about with it. Give me a sec.
Also, can I, while you're looking for that, can I just mention that how much talk has there been of Lipinski's forward 50 entries ever since
Yes, yeah.
Tom did his?
I noticed that. Yeah,
Have
they
you
talked
noticed
about
that?
it a lot.
Everyone
Yeah.
is fucking talking about it now.
hey man.
Everyone is talking about it now.
So
real.
to look
Watch
for
this
you,
come out.
Ed Richards, his numbers are absolutely insane as well. So this time last year, he was 11.1. He's now 18.4.
Whoa! Jesus.
I'm just seeing a report. AFL Integrity Department is handling a threat directed at Michael Voss.
Okay.
What?
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Which YouTube channel did that?
Uh-oh.
Fuck.
Anyway.
Jeez. I can't believe it's got to that level.
Is that real though?
Well,
Apparently.
it's just...
Oh, wait a minute. An inappropriate message.
Ah.
I get a lot of them in my
Does
emails.
does
get
Voss
them
have
daily.
does he have Instagram, Michael Voss? Like a private Instagram?
He's got LinkedIn.
He's got LinkedIn? Okay. So
I think he might have Twitter.
Yeah. Ross has got Twitter, but he hasn't used it for about 6 years.
What was that one tweet that Ross said?
It's his last
did he
tweet. It's like
Let's
it's like
can't wait or let's go or something like that.
yeah. I can't remember. Let me
People do my head in, man. Like, why would
what did he
you
say?
DM him?
Well,
Oh, no,
Like, what's he going to do? Like, you're going to slide and go, "Oi, Voss, fucking resign," and he's going to be like, "Oh, thank you, Mr. Barry from Warren Bull. I better
No,
resign." because
it's
you told
usually
me."
like Vic 338917 ...
Picture of a car.
Yeah, a picture of a car. Have you seen that meme where it's like you put X criticism and then it's got like a list of photos and they've all got like speed dealers on?
yeah. Yeah.
Hey, just while all the topics are done, I guess another bonus topic is: do you guys buy into the notion, not the NBA style tournament, but the wild card weekend? Do you think it's like it doesn't? It's like, why would a team that's 10th play finals? You missed out on finals. Like, why are you taking it from the team that finished 7th? Because you just had a good form in those last 2 weeks.
My guess is that because there's going to be 20 teams at some point, or 19, they're just trying to sort of extend the point in time in which a team that's in that 12th to 13th can maybe extend their year by a little bit, have a little bit more hope. I think they're just trying to sell more hope to more clubs. Yeah. And therefore cash in.
Do you know what? Make them earn it. Have that weekend where the team who's 10th or whatever wants to make finals, but make them play the minor premier. Make them try and beat the top team, and then you get in. If you're good enough to beat the top team when it counts, maybe you deserve it, but there's no point in them playing another shit team.
Why would the top team be a part of the play-in, though? Do you mean?
I just mean they're already in, but they just have to play them. It was off. I'm not taking it this too seriously, but I just meant like, what's the structure? They have to play 7th. Play someone good. Play someone. Play a stacked team, and if you can win that, then you play finals. Make them really earn it, not beat a team that's a spot or two above them on the ladder. Like, I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, right.
You know. Anyway. He's not got the predictor out, which is good. He's learned his lesson.
Absolutely no predictor. I told you I've retired, okay? I will get the predictor out from the standpoint of we're going to do, we're going to tip the week. So let me just get this one up, lads. Sorry for not being prepared on that one. Hang on, I was just, having a moment. Okay. Wow, I hate Carlton, and I'm going to share my screen. And we'll start with Friday night, guys. Gold Coast, Collingwood.
Mate, this is going to be a really, really good game. Really close game.
Here we go. Oh, fuck it. Here we fucking go.
Which one, Thursday or Friday, Swoop? I can't tell.
We're doing Friday. We're skipping straight to Friday.
Okay, sorry. Change the margin for Thursday at least, though. Come on.
Okay.
No, I'm not letting you off that lightly, mate. There we go.
Fine.
That's better.
Back to reality.
Collingwood by 3 goals.
3 goals?
Yeah. You can't. How could you tip against Collingwood, even if the Suns are a chance?
Yeah.
How many is that in a row at the moment? 8?
8. Yep.
8.
Fuck.
See, every win is there. I think this could be the week. Who do you have after the Suns?
Suns, Fremantle on a Sunday, then Richmond.
And the Freo one's in Melbourne, right?
Yeah.
No.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Could be Gold Coast then. I don't think it'll be Richmond.
Do you believe in the I guess the notion, I don't know why I keep using that word, that teams are due for a loss? Like, do you think Collingwood are due for a loss?
I don't think you're due, but I'm just playing the law of averages. Not many teams go beyond that 8-9 sort of stretch. And I'm just considering after you play Gold Coast, like, I don't think you go into finals on like a 12-game winning run. I think you'll lose one. I'm just trying to see where that is. I think you'll only lose one for the rest of the year. I'm not saying you'll lose a couple. It's just the one. And I'm trying to think of who it might be. And I mean, Suns away seems like it could be one.
It could be this one, or it could be Adelaide away, or Brisbane in the last game, or second last game. Yeah.
Look, I've been forced to really understand that you just got to get with reality being a Carlton fan, right? So that's what my experience has been. So I think we all need to just get with reality and understand Collingwood's having one of the greatest seasons of all time, and this team will go down as one of the greatest teams of all time.
Are you only saying that because they flogged you, or because you thought that before?
Mate, look how many times they've had players out, players in, players out, and like the system just hums. Like, just look at it.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, they're an excellent team.
Yep. So.
Okay, well, Suns then. I mean, Pies.
Pommy, you all right?
Oh, yeah. I'm just taking it all in.
Dogs. That's a good game. That is a ripper game. I might even go to that.
Wait, does anyone have a lock of the week? like a surprise lock of the week they want to throw out?
I kind of want to lock Richmond against Essendon. I don't know if that's a surprise though.
I'm backing my boy in, Sean. It was his idea. He convinced me, but I take full responsibility if we lose. Saints.
Who are they
Why?
playing?
Well, they've fun fact. Papley's out and Amadi. So that's a huge hit for them in their forward line.
I just feel they play sexy football, Sydney, and I still think it's not 100% ironed in. And St Kilda ask you the question, don't they? They make you earn it. One thing with the Saints, they make you earn it. And I think there's still a bit of fragility, even though they've got all their players back, bar Papley.
And Amadi, who's out for 6 to 8.
And Smarty.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll back you in, Jake. Don't let me down.
Well,
I'm coming in with you, mate.
Thank you, mate. I think we're due.
Due for a win.
Absolutely.
Richmond?
My lock is the Giants.
Oh.
Cats, they cruised against the Tigers. Not reading into it at all. I'm going the Giants.
My lock is actually the draw in this game.
Oh, because they played one of the games of the season at the Cattery only 7 weeks ago that the Giants won. So
the draw. The draw. Okay. All right, let's go back. So Western Bulldogs, Adelaide. This will be good.
Jeez. That's a shootout.
It has to be Crows. I don't think, as good as the Western Bulldogs are, how many top 8 teams have they beaten this year? I don't think a lot, right?
Nah.
Off the top of my head.
No, they lost to they've lost to all of them, I think, that are above them
I'm
currently.
pretty sure. So I think Crows. I think Crows are no Rochelle though. I don't know if he played last week. I don't know that Rochelle's out.
Nah, he's not playing. He's not playing.
But he's gone for 8 weeks, I think they said.
Yeah. I think Adelaide still. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So 2 Crows and a dog. I'm going to go Dogs.
Okay.
Looks like the chat have to decide.
Chat have gone Dogs by the looks.
Yeah, chat have gone Dogs.
All right, chat.
Dogs it is.
You get what you want. You get what you want. All right, Hawthorn Fremantle at Optus.
This will be such a Fremantle thing to win this game.
Yeah.
They play good at Optus.
And they were pretty good against the Swans. There's only a couple goals in the end. Hawks were pretty good against us. They weren't but I mean, even Freo the week before, yeah.
I think this is just clearly Hawthorn. Hawthorn are just
fraud mantle.
Yeah, I agreed. Fraud mantle. I'm in no position to call a team fraudulent, but
Nah, you've got to show something to be fraudulent.
I think Fremantle.
We'd be Carl Real.
Yeah, Fremantle.
Oh, you're saying Fremantle as well, Luke?
Yeah, I said Fremantle as well.
I think they win it, and that shuts any chance of any team from 10th down getting in the 8. And that locks pretty much sorts it.
That'd be a disaster for the AFL.
Yeah, that's why I think it'll happen.
No, I mean, it's already a disaster. The game was the easiest fixture champion.
Don't worry. You'll get it again next year. It's okay. It's okay.
They might go.
They always say there's always next year. There's always another easier draw next year for Carlton. So it's okay. You'll be right. You'll be right.
Wait, we will be having an easier draw because we're going to finish.
Yeah, because you're at the middle 6.
Yeah, so then they'll just justify it. So
like Collingwood did. Maybe you'll get all the top 8 finalists at the start of the year.
Well, you know what? Retract what I said. Stop changing stuff. I propose a change that if you finish bottom 4, you play the bottom 4 times.
Yeah, I propose the same thing.
Let's even the ladder up.
Yeah.
She's like, this is the first time I've seen the ladder for a while. I can't believe we're 13th. I thought we were lower than that.
Well, that's only if you beat
Saints lock of the week, man.
Yeah, no, that's...
Of the Sainters.
It's good. North.
I reckon North over Melbourne.
At the G, where they played so well only a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, we've seen what they can do on the big stage.
We have seen what they against a big team too, so no doubt they'll look at Melbourne and go, easy pickings there.
Walk all over.
You know it's fucking rock bottom when Jake just wants to fucking pile it on.
Oh, come on, Terry. Let me have fun, mate.
Go on, mate. Have fun. Sorry, mate.
Lock in North.
Anyone else?
Yeah, I would have gone North.
All right.
Yeah.
We've got to get out because Pommy's got a 9 p.m. start.
West Coast.
All day.
Port Adelaide, West Coast.
Port. Geez, Port could actually make the 8.
Jesus, ladder looks really healthy, doesn't it? If it was 2018, I'd take that.
How about that equal competition, eh? Yeah.
If it was 2018.
It's got all right.
No, it's all right.
Unreal.
Boys. Well, you know what? That was a great show.
Just quickly before we go, I want to give a shout out. I don't remember his name. I want to say it's Sam. I don't think it's Sam, but he DM'd me saying he watched Footy Abroad and he started reading a book that I recommended, which is the Dungeon Crawler Carl series. He said that he read the first 6 chapters and he loved it. So shout out. I forgot your name, but shout outs. Thank you for taking my recommendation seriously.
How big are the spiders in your fucking house if you've got books that big, cunt?
Hey, wasn't there a video that was supposed to play, Terry?
Well, no one sent it.
Oh, no one sent it. What is this video? Do you know what it is?
Yes.
Do you know what it is? I've got no idea what it is.
Fucking when the saints come.
Oh, was it that? Okay. I didn't know.
We get it. TDK's leaving.
I didn't know, bro. I didn't know. I watch the game and then I check out. I don't know what happens on
the
socials.
house, the kids, the fucking savings. There's nothing left to take, Jake. We're already on the bonds of our ass.
It can't get worse. It can't. Well, it can.
Well,
anyway, if you are a Carlton supporter, you should go to the Pommy and Oz YouTube channel right now and watch the selection show. Actually, no. Even if you're not a Carlton supporter, you should go to the team selection show starting at 9 p.m. Yeah, just pop in and, I don't know, throw a comment in there.
I've got a lot left, honestly, Chas. So all the support could go a long way. I haven't got much left.
All right, guys. Have a good night. See you later.
See you guys.
Go Saints. See